It's no accident that sounds like you're leveling up in a video game. 48% of 18 to 29-year-olds have an online dating profile.
Make them work for it.
45% of people say they're more frustrated with this form of dating than hopeful.
There are so many people you can connect with.
Should I swipe right?
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong. Setting the record straight on dating apps. Everyday people telling everyday stories of the swipe right world with your host, Koss.
Well, I know he had a good time.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing amazing. Welcome to the Swipe Wrong podcast. You know by now, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. Somebody's got to do it. I might as well do it. I am Koss. I am your host. I'm the guy who's going to take you through everything that I could possibly take you through. Welcome to the number one podcast amongst men who are trying to look for glory holes in igloos. Those are those guys. Don't be that guy. Be this guy. So check it out. I talk every week about the housekeeping. So Lord knows I need to keep the house a little bit better and do what I can to put it in a better spot. I've talked about Jay's Pelham place. I need to talk about his book. So make sure you go on to Amazon, check it out. The Musician's Playbook. You want to definitely easy read, good stuff. Take a look. You know how Amazon does it. They'll ship it to you the next day anyway, because Pelham Place is on hold anyway. So you got some time on your hands. So listen to the show, read the book. It's no big deal. Sounds like a good time, right? Also, let us know. Give us your thoughts. I want to know what's happening. Share the show. Let me know. Well, let us know. 317-426 6616. First of all, I want to hear your story. Text us, write us, whatever you want to do. Email us at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. So that way we can get your story there. Main thing really is share the show. Let people know what's happening. I see that we're really picking up overseas, which always surprises me. I'm like, whoa, Australia, how you doing? What's happening, Australia? I love you, Australia. We're tight. You have this awesome beach. You have this crazy outback thing going on, and I am not fighting a kangaroo no matter how much you pay me, at least $100,000. They will whoop my ass, but I would, yeah, sure, why not? This week, we talked to a wonderful, beautiful young woman who was well-traveled. She was great to speak to, busy schedule, and she was kind enough to take time out of her schedule to sit down with us for a little bit. It was pretty cool, pretty insightful, some pretty cool stuff, just a great personality, smart woman. And I think you guys will have a good time with it. But, you know, like I mentioned before, follow, subscribe, share with your friends. Let us know. I want to hear everybody's story. Email us, like I said, swipewrongpod@gmail.com. Text us, however you want to get a hold of us. I'm happy to. I'd just love to be. I got told the other day that it was really cool that I was a voice for women in the dating in the dating world, and I didn't know that was me. But if I can help in any way, women, men, whoever, I'm happy to do it. We're happy to do it. That's the whole point of the show, is just to try to make you feel like you're not battling this thing alone and figuring it out. So anyway, I will move on. Sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab your popcorn, get it buttered, throw some caramel on there if you want to. That super secret popcorn salt, if you want that too, by all means, throw that on there. Enjoy. If you're driving, please be safe. Don't hit that person next to you. And enjoy road tripping.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions or any entities they represent. This podcast is about dating experiences. It is not to say one dating app is better or worse than another.
So your life in the dating world, I mean, is it like bloodshed and chaos? Is it over? Is it like, what was it like in your dating life?
Well, you know, I actually wanted to share something with you. I used to live in Florida.
What part?
The Southwest. Cape
Okay, I lived in
Coral,
Miami
Fort
for a
Myers,
while.
Naples.
Yeah,
Oh, right
I live in
on.
Miami,
Right
North
on.
Miami Beach, so I'm with you. Yeah.
Okay. So my sister and I went on a road trip from Florida, and I had to drive back to Oregon. So I moved back, and
That's a
I kept
fuck of
my.
a drive.
It was, but we broke it up. I
Okay.
actually she had to help me a little bit because I made the mistake of going boating and my sunglasses broke. And so, I just picked up a cheap pair.
Fair.
You can't do that. I have light eyes. I have almost yellow hazel eyes. And so I sunburned my eyes.
Oh
It's
shit.
it's a thing. I couldn't see.
I didn't know
I
that was
couldn't
a
see for
thing.
almost 6 weeks. It's
Oh
a thing.
my
There's an
God.
actual medical word for it, and I can't remember what it is. But
Oh,
basically, I
fuck.
squinted my way to the eye doctor,
Oh.
and they're like, Stephanie, it looks like someone put sandpaper and just destroyed both of your eyes.
Oh my God, girl. Jesus.
Yes, don't
That's
go
insane.
boating in Florida without UV glasses.
And that's the insane part too. Like you don't realize, all right, you're in Florida. You are so much closer to more sun, the equator, versus let's just say Oregon, to where
Yes.
you're like, okay, I'll be no big deal. You're out there, gas station sunglasses. I mean,
Yeah.
you might as well that right up there with the fucking beef jerky. And
Yeah.
just on the no part. Holy shit, girl. When did that happen?
Yeah. This was last year.
No
And
shit.
so
How long did it
I
take to
couldn't
recover?
see. It was 6 weeks, over 6 weeks.
Oh my gosh. Poor girl.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, it was horrible, horrible, horrible. And I couldn't wear contacts. And I
Sure.
just started wearing contacts 2 weeks ago. So
Oh
I had,
wow.
but I looked cute. I could pull off that librarian cute
Yeah.
look, with the
You're
sunglasses on.
gorgeous as is. You throw in some burnt eyes, you're still gorgeous. It's okay. But I mean, if
Yeah, yeah. It's just
somebody
my
rolls up
eyes
to
were
you,
just closed.
yeah, somebody rolls up to you and say, "Hey, I got this. I got burnt so bad in the sun." You're like, "Fuck you! Hold my fucking White Claw. I got you on this one." Burn
Yeah,
my
yeah. No,
eyes.
it's a thing. And so, my sister, I was moving back to Oregon, and I went on Tinder and I kept it open. Let's see what guys look like all across the US.
Oh, nice. Okay,
Right? Right? Kind of like a little social experiment.
I'm gonna grab my popcorn and enjoy this story.
Get your popcorn, right? And so, I'm down in Southwest Florida. So Naples and Fort
Mhm.
Myers, and then we drive up Tampa. It kept getting lots of good hits in Tampa. And my sister actually lives in the Ozarks, so she
Oh,
married a hillbilly from Missouri. Um, he called himself a hillbilly.
and he was right. I'm sure no one's gonna argue that sentiment at all.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a compliment.
Yeah, sure.
I tried to take their little dog home with me, and my brother-in-law was like, "You can't take Gino home with you. Gino's a hillbilly." And I'm like, "Well, he can be a tree hugger. I'm in Oregon. He can be a hippie."
They're
He's
like
like, "No, he's
cousins,
a
right?
hillbilly. He's a hillbilly. He's not a hippie."
I like that.
I didn't get that little hillbilly dog. He stayed.
That's
Um,
cute.
But it's funny though, his name was Gino because you think of like Gino who's from New York or something, but no,
Yeah,
Gino's
sure,
from
sure.
he's from the Ozarks,
Shit, the hillbilly from the
little
Ozarks.
Chihuahua.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
But anyways, like it was funny because so many people from all over go to Lake of the Ozarks for summer
Sure.
holiday. People
Yep.
have, their vacation homes and stuff. And so
Sure.
one of the guys I met, he was at his vacation, his summer beach house on the Ozarks, but he only lived 2 blocks away from me in
Oh
Cape
wow.
Coral. And we didn't go out because remember I couldn't see. So I
Couldn't
didn't
see.
go
Sure.
out on any dates because
Sure.
I couldn't see. I had nerdy glasses on and
Wow.
I just wanted to look.
Yeah.
But so Missouri very different
Yeah.
from Florida.
Yeah.
In Florida, it's like I'm getting all these I don't know, classier men, I suppose, more clean cut, nicely dressed.
Wow, church
In
guys. Is that what I'm
Missouri,
hearing?
well, no, not church guys.
Just took care of themselves better. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
My
yeah,
fault.
nice
Not hillbillies.
bodies.
Not
No,
hillbillies.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah. And then I get to Missouri, and all of a sudden it's the big beards, but then again, I'm from Oregon, so I get the lumberjack look. It's not my look. It's not what I'm interested in.
Right.
But there's beards and bellies are big in Missouri.
Yeah. Yeah. Midwest love right there. That's what that is. That's Midwest love. That is like the Midwest body build right there is like some gas tank of, I don't know, PBR and a beard and some flannel.
And throwed rolls.
So as you went across, how was the landscape of all the guys that happened to swipe on you? I mean, was as you got more to the coast, they were the better looking, more fit guys, and as you went through the Midwest and the
Yes.
hills, it was more hill jack, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's exactly like the cliche that the stereotype. It's true.
Yeah,
It's true. And so except for the where were we? We were in Arizona, and my cousins live here, Flagstaff.
Sure. Okay.
But it was great because then again, it's more of a high altitude, and so it reminded me a lot of Bend, Oregon.
Okay.
Very outdoorsy, very fit, very good looking.
Yeah.
And then you go back through the dry wasteland again of not much.
Yeah.
And then you hit San Diego because my other sister lived in San Diego. So we have to go see my sister in San Diego.
Yeah. Sure.
And then it's like a whole nother Pelham. We might as well be in Florida again, but it's a little different mindset than the Florida mindset.
100%. I'm from Los Angeles. I live in the Midwest now, so what you're saying right now, I know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. 100%. It's not just the mindset. Yeah, I'm in there now, but I mean, I am SoCal born and SoCal bred, and so like I'll see these. It's just a different, like, there's no beard. Yeah, no beard and no flannel, no beard. No. There are, I think, board shorts down here. So that's about how that's gonna roll. Lakers gear all over the place. But it's weird because in Arizona, well, first of all, San Diego got to be one of the most beautiful places to be in the whole entire world. So that's a great place to go visit your sister, much less coming from South Florida. Jesus, you talk about beautiful people. Holy shit.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. It is funny because my sister used to live in LA and then they moved to San Diego.
Okay.
But so I have a nephew, and I remember one time he came up to Oregon and he just had this look like, where's the beautiful people? There are beautiful people in Oregon, but mind you, this was small town in Southern Oregon. We're not talking Bend. And so he's like, it's sweatpants and sweatshirts and all the rolls, and he's just like, dude.
Yeah. When you're used to that shit, like when I lived in LA. Yeah, and I lived in LA. Like I didn't think like Midwest storms, probably like you get in Oregon where there's torrential downpour. I thought that was just in the movies. I didn't think that was real until I was like finally like 20 years old and started traveling. Like, oh shit, they're not all beautiful people. There are real storms. What is this tornado thing people speak of? Holy shit. I'm over there just waiting for earthquakes. That brings up good surf for the day. So yeah, I get it. I understand what your nephew was talking about.
Yeah. So no, it was very interesting seeing the landscape of men.
That's interesting.
And just how they differ in different geographical regions. And so Yeah, definitely. My top places are South Florida,
Sure.
um, San Diego,
Mm.
and Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Those were my three that had what I was more
That
interested in.
that intrigue that when your eyes
That were
are
more
not yeah,
intriguing.
yeah, when your eyes are not sunburned and you can see, those are the places you want to check out the scenery, we'll say, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
Those are the places I would go back to.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense though. Flagstaff's got a lot of Southern California transplants too. I mean, a lot of people are getting out of California and going to Arizona, and they still, and the nice thing, winter doesn't get terribly cold like it does in the Midwest, like in Arizona, so they could still be active, and you get those more desirable, well, fuck it, you get those more sexy people. We'll just say that.
Yes. Yes, no, it's true. And so I have two cousins that live there, and one runs marathons, and the other one he
Oh
does
shit.
documentaries on um, climbing. So there's a big climbing community there. And
Okay.
so you think like, rock climbers, you have to
Yeah.
be physically fit to
Right.
do that.
Yeah, totally. Totally. And
Yeah.
light, like you don't see a heavy rock climber. You don't see, hey, that dude could lose 15 pounds. You don't see that guy because you're gonna have to carry yourself up the fucking
Yeah.
rocks,
Well,
right?
yeah, you want to
Yeah.
like hang on to like your
Exactly.
fingertip. Like
Exactly.
they're like, no.
No, no, no. There is no rock climber out eating double stuffed Oreos the night before. That I can fucking
No,
guarantee
they're
you.
gnawing on kale and liking it.
I know. Protein shakes, which all right, I'm down with, but kale, I can't do kale. Kale's not my favorite. Give me
Oh no,
Asiago.
kale's good. If you have it done right,
Okay, maybe that's
you
what I
have to
need.
have olive oil on it. You have to kind of massage it and let it sit and let it wilt a little bit. Put some
Okay,
salt and pepper on it. Oh, so
okay.
good.
All right. Well, I haven't spent enough time massaging it, which, yeah, you should always spend more time massaging it, I guess. That always makes it better, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
always
it
good
does.
there.
It totally does. It
So
sets the scene.
how long did this journey take you? You said you paced yourself. So as you were going through, how long
Yeah.
did it take to go from Florida to I guess Oregon through San Diego and Arizona?
So I stayed at my sister's house for 6 weeks because I couldn't see.
Oh
And
man.
so
Okay.
when you're road tripping,
Yeah.
you gotta be able to see.
Yeah. Yeah, no
So
shit, right?
so I spent way too much time. So I really got to see all kinds of different guys on Tinder.
Yeah.
See them as in like I didn't go out, but I was
Sure.
squinting. I was squinting.
Poor girl. Poor... Did...
And so then yeah, I spent 6 weeks there. And
Okay.
then we went through down through Oklahoma, hit up Texas,
Okay.
stayed a couple nights in Arizona,
Okay.
and then spent like a week and a half in San Diego at our other sister's house.
Okay.
It was like the sister summer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I have three other sisters,
Yeah.
and that was fun. And then
That's it.
drove up through Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah, from Florida to San Diego, that's like the 10 the whole way, isn't it? Interstate 10.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But
Okay.
remember, I was
Yeah,
still
no, yeah,
squinting a little
that's
bit.
fair. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies. My
I
apologies.
followed my sister, and
Okay.
so she was in the car ahead of me. We
Okay.
had all our kids too, so it was
Oh my
like,
goodness.
it was like family trip.
Yeah,
Um, but I had to follow her because I couldn't quite see very well.
that's fair. So with these guys, did you carry on conversations? Like you saw them, you matched, did you talk to a few of them? Were the conversations a little
Yeah,
different? Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so at first I was telling you about the guy that I matched with who who had a house in Missouri, but he actually lived like 2 blocks away from me in Cape
Okay.
Coral.
Okay.
Um, he was a very cool guy. He's actually a professional wrestler. I can't remember his name, but
Okay.
my friends, when I told them who he was, they knew who he was.
Okay.
Um, And so he was very cool. We talked for a long time. Couple other guys in the Midwest. It's like, how do you? I knew I wasn't going to meet any of them,
Sure.
and so, but just having the conversations, and sometimes, that's the thing with being online is that some people just want to talk.
Yeah.
Some people just want to hook up.
Mhm.
And then some people, they want to date and get married and do all that.
Yeah.
But just talking, it was nice because I did not want, I wasn't planning on spending my summer in the Ozarks.
Yeah. Maybe a week, but not my summer. No thanks. No way.
Not the
No.
summer.
No.
But
San Diego
yeah,
for
but I
sure.
didn't. Exactly. Yes. San Diego, my eyes started to clear up, and that's,
Yeah.
I wanted to go
Oh,
out
good.
there. I could
Good.
finally
Yeah.
see clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Missouri, I'm trying to think. There were some cool guys, but it was very, I find it challenging when like the intellectual level.
Yeah.
You
That's what
you
I'm
want to
curious
have
about.
you want to be able to have like a decent intellectual conversation, right?
Yeah.
And so I find it challenging because I have a doctorate and I work in such a heavy area, like
Yeah.
heavy as in narcissistic abuse and domestic violence
Yeah.
and stuff.
Sure.
And so it's like, well, who wants to go on a date with me?
Oh, stop.
Wah, wah, wah.
Stop. Tell me about your day, dear. Well, let's talk. Yeah, I get you. I got you.
But no, it's fun. I'm trying to think of I do have stories. I actually met my second husband online,
Oh,
and
no shit.
yeah. And he was everything I imagined and everything I wanted in a man and
Yeah.
in a relationship. But he ended up being a narcissist.
Yeah.
And so,
Fuck.
is like
Yes.
that's one of the things too. Online, you can hide your true intentions. You can
Yeah.
hide who you are and you can be whomever you want to be.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big thing. And like there's so many things that you can run into. Like when you have those conversations like you're talking about just over like over Tinder where you're traveling across the United States and you're texting back and forth, we'll just say, people have time to think about their response. They sound clever, they sound funny. But then if you jump into a FaceTime call with them, they're like, wait a second, they don't have that same time to create the response or think of something funny. And they're not the same that even in that phase, they're not the same person. I know it's not the same as what you're talking about, but it can just be misconstrued in so many different ways.
Oh yeah. Well, and it's, it is important to jump on a call really quick just to verify that you're even talking
Yeah.
to someone who you think you're talking to. I mean, I've been on other dating sites and the picture doesn't always
No.
look like the person. And it's funny too, because these people sometimes will post pictures from 10 years ago,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. That and the fact that have you run into this? Like I've heard this from a lot of people. When I first heard it, it shocked the shit out of me. And now I probably talk about it too much. Guys that lie about their height, like they'll say they're a certain size and they show up and they're not that tall. Have you ran into that?
I have, and it's more if a guy has their height on their profile,
Uh-huh.
it usually tends to be accurate. It's the ones
Okay.
who don't have their height on it.
Okay.
This
Okay.
this is kind of the trend, and it is a trend throughout the whole United States. It is not
Okay.
exclusive to one area.
Right. I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
That's makes
yeah.
sense. Okay, it totally makes sense.
So what I get is people think I'm a bot.
What?
Yes. So my my profile, I've always had it, it's always been a little different. So, I've been to over 50 countries
Okay.
and have traveled a lot. And so let's see, mine says I'm oud and bergamot, uh, Macallan 25,
Uh-huh.
and Sangiovese, mangoes and dark chocolate. And then, I have some of my travel things on it. And so they don't always, I've been told many times that they think I'm a bot.
No shit. Really? That's weird. I wonder why
Yes,
that would even come up because
yes.
that seems so random. I mean, like it's
It it's and I've seen it because I've gone on book because I'm like, well, let me check out the girls and see what their profiles are. But
uh
mine is just very it does look it seems fake, but
right,
it's
but
like I don't know.
yeah, for the automatic for a quick assumption like that, that would seem a little odd. So, um, with
Yeah, here
your
I'll read it to you.
okay,
Where is
please.
it? Because yes, I wouldn't have brought it up, but I've been told many times.
No
So
shit.
it okay,
Crazy.
yeah. So here's what my about me says. It says I'm oud and bergamot, Macallan 25 and Sangiovese, turquoise and mangoes, a smile on a rainy day. I've trekked the
Oh,
Inca Trail to the Sun Temple of Machu Picchu, climbed in the Himalayas of Nepal, sat with a sadhu in India, and was kissed by the Sheikh of Dubai.
see, like that's a great profile. There's so much there to have a good conversation about. Like you get
Right?
so many open questions that you can have. Like, holy shit is what I would say. All right. It's not like, and if like, oh my God, like with you have that in your profile, if the opening line to you is, hey girl, how you doing? I'd be like, you're a fucking idiot, bro. Like there's so many questions
Yes.
you could ask about what you put in there. What type of wine, what type of chocolate?
Yes.
Tell me about the trail, not hey girl, which I'm sure you get.
Right? I get that all the time.
Right.
And I rarely get the or I will get what's ood, which
Yep.
is good because that's a conversation starter as
Sure.
well. But yeah,
Sure.
no, it's usually like, oh, you're so hot, you're so
I was gonna
sexy.
ask that. I was gonna ask,
Uh,
is the normally the opening line like a compliment about your looks? Is that, I mean, forget the whole fucking
yes.
profile. It's a compliment about your looks, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So stupid.
And so, but that's why yeah. Yeah. And so I was like,
Yeah.
well, and I'm a profile reader as well. And
Okay.
so if your profile says, see, this could be a whole podcast episode on how
Oh,
to write a profile that stands out.
we'll give some insight. I mean, the people will be like, what's she gonna say? So you go for it.
Yeah, well, so if you are saying that this is so dumb, I don't know why I'm
Yep.
here. I don't know what to say. You're already telling me that you're indecisive. You can't make decisions. You don't know who you are. You're insecure. You probably have nothing interesting to say. You're probably like an Eeyore syndrome who's very negative, and
There
you're
it
just
is.
calling all this
There it is.
negativity into you.
Yeah.
And so automatically, you could be super cute,
Yeah.
but that's what you say in your profile.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
I want,
Hate that Eeyore mentality. Hate it.
yeah, it is so. This never works. I don't even know why I'm here. I see that a lot.
Yeah.
And you have to become the person that you want to attract. And so
Yes.
if you are just this Eeyore syndrome person, but you want to attract this, higher quality person, you have to switch it up because I'm not swiping that way because you just sound depressing to me.
Yeah. Yeah. When you want to,
Yeah.
like, if you're trying to bring the good, like, seriously, like, here's what I'll say about guys. Most guys won't read the profile, but they will read it after they match. Like, there's a lot of guys that'll do something called power swiping where they'll just boom, 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 and they match. Like, oh shit, maybe I should read the profile now. Oh, damn, great. All right. I can always unmatch later. Don't need to do it now. So then when they match, then they can read it. But if I've come across somebody who says, "Oh, this is stupid. I can't believe I'm back here again," I'm like, "Wow, this is gonna be
Yeah.
great table conversation. I can't wait to sit across. What are you gonna like? You stubbed your toe and the world came to an end. The damn butterfly landed on your shoulder and it just was too heavy for you. Come on. I mean, like, I can't take it. Like when you put that out, that's exactly what's gonna come back your way because misery loves company.
Yeah, and people wonder, well, dating doesn't work. The apps don't work for me. I can't find anyone.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah. Yeah. You're also telling people what you'll tolerate. Like when you go out on a date and you'll say, "Hey, my ex cheated on me and he was a piece of shit. And he was all this." And then the other person's going, "Well, we know what you'll put up with, evidently, because that's you stayed around for a while or whatever. You're putting on that. If you go out and say, 'Hey, it just didn't work out, but he was a wonderful human,' or whatever, then it just changes the whole thing of what you are willing to accept as a person."
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
actually,
So people out there, put some thought into
yeah.
your profile because I read them and I know I'm not the only one who reads them.
Well, and on the same token, like in your case, if you're putting that much thought into your profile and you get the, "Oh my gosh, you're so hot. Let me send you this explicit pic because I'm a douchebag." You're kind of going, "All right, this is like I took the time, but you're not taking the time. You're not matching my energy. So you've already wasted my time. So take care. Have a good day." Right? I mean, do you run into that where if they're being, typical, not putting out the effort, they're gone?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I won't even, it's it can be overwhelming.
Sure. Oh God.
And
Yeah.
so but I've done that, but I've also had the, hey, where are you? When are we going to meet up?
Oh,
When
sure.
are, this and that? And it's like, dude, sorry, you were like 50 swipes ago and someone was a little
Right.
bit more interesting. And
Sure.
so, I
Sure.
mean, I'm a single mom with kids. I have to prioritize. And so if
Totally.
you want to get my attention, you have to comment, you have to be well traveled, you have to be well spoken, you have to
Yeah.
be, have some brains and be able to have a conversation.
Yeah.
And, otherwise I don't have all the time in the world.
Do you just primarily use Tinder or are you on a couple other apps too?
I'm actually only on Tinder right now. I haven't
Oh yeah.
even, I'm
Okay.
not really even dating. I'm
Okay.
just I just like to look every now and then and
Yeah,
see what's out
sure.
there. But I'm back in like a big beards and flannels land. So
Oh, so let me add this. So, I've living in Southern California for a while, and then being in the Midwest, and then traveling. Like I'm in Vegas. I feel like at least 4 times a year. I feel like, especially in Southern California, when I am on the apps, I feel like people are putting on their portfolios. Like I can see a woman or a guy sitting there going, "Hey, maybe there's a model or a talent scout out there that'll like my look." And I swear, I feel like half of them are done up in that
um,
way. So next time you travel to see your sister in San Diego, look at it from that perspective and see if it kind of rings any bells for you. Because I swear, some of the
okay.
pictures of women, I mean, amazingly beautiful women, and just some of the poses and some of the things like on the rocks and stuff. I'm like, is this fucking Sports Illustrated swimsuit calendar? I mean, like, all right,
Right?
cool.
The
I mean, I don't
wave
have to,
is
yeah,
crashing.
yeah. I felt like it was their portfolio, so I was like, okay, all right, fair
Oh
enough.
gosh. I
I'm
my sister in San Diego, she was a high fashion photographer
okay,
and so she would always, always surrounded by beautiful women that she's taking pictures of and stuff. And
okay.
it's just it's so funny that my nephew that I was telling you about, he actually has an agent, he's a model
Oh,
as
good.
well.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know, some of the pictures that people put out there, I don't know. It's just like
A little over the top, is that what you're saying? Or
it's a lot. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like, I mean, I'm even embarrassed looking at them.
Oh, I got you.
I
It's
don't know.
scantily
Maybe I'm
clad.
old. Yeah, or I don't
Okay.
know. I guess I just they wouldn't be pictures that I would put out there.
Sure.
But then again, everyone has a different intention for why they're on the profiles, right?
That's what I
And
was
so
gonna
it
say.
depends
Yeah.
on what you're looking for and
Yeah.
what you are wanting to, like we were saying, wanting to attract to you.
Yep.
So
Dating with a
like
purpose.
attracts like.
Yeah, and dating with a
Yeah.
purpose could be different. Your purpose could be for a long-term relationship, and somebody else's purpose could be
No, I don't want
for the
that.
well, yeah, okay, all right. Someone else's purpose could be for the next 45 minutes of bedroom activities, which, hey,
Hey.
profile matches, whatever. And look, here's to living your best life. Absolutely, go do whatever puts a smile on the face. That's the most important thing. That's the journey. Fuck it,
Exactly.
Jesus.
Exactly. So
Jesus.
as long as you are clear with what you want and what you're looking for,
Yep.
that's the great thing about online dating, is because the pool of potentials
Yeah.
is so big.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can just go across the US and meet all these guys who want to fly to Eugene, Oregon to hang out with me.
Of course they do. And they want to fly you to wherever you want to go. Oh, hey, let's go to the Ozarks or Tahiti, wherever you want to go. I'll fly you there. They'll all do it. They'll all do it. Oh my gosh. And
It's
just
so
if you're
funny.
craving flannel, you know where to go. I mean, like, hey, it's just,
If you like all the facial hair and the beards, and
do you? Does that
you're
attract?
cringy. Are you
Yeah.
cringing?
Well, like it's like if it's like I'm thinking of like Mountain Man and shit, like just
Yeah.
down to here. Like, yeah, I'm sure they're out there. Like, does that attractive to you at all? And if it is, cool. Not to me.
Not to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Not to me, but
Right.
yeah, I've never been into the I guess it'd be like the hipster look, right? Like
Yeah.
it's the lumberjack. I don't know. We call it Pacific Northwest over
I
here.
don't know. I think they're hoping for somebody's eyes to be sunburned or something so they don't see it. You're reading them by
Getting back to
Braille.
San Diego and Florida. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Thank you for being along for the ride on the Swipe Wrong podcast. The show is produced by Jay Pelham. He is the author of The Musician's Playbook. We are everyday people like you and me, telling everyday stories of the swipe right life. If you want to reach out to us, we want to hear your story. 317-426-6616. Make sure to text, leave a voicemail. We'll get back to you. Shoot us an email at swipewrongpod@gmail.com. We are on Facebook, Insta, Twitter, YouTube. We are definitely out there. I am the host of the show. My name is Koss. And please make sure to take a listen to us next week because the saga, it continues.
Swipe wrong. Swipe wrong.